Have you ever wondered, where did you come from? Why are you here? And where will you ultimately go? In a world consumed by distractions, the soul's journey often becomes the most ignored mystery of all. But the Quran tells a different story, one that begins in the dust beneath your feet and ends beyond the confines of time. This is the journey of the soul, from clay to eternity. The Quran describes the origin of human life not just biologically, but spiritually, a union of the earth and the heavens. He created man from clay, like the pottery of old. Surah Ar-Rahman, Surah 55, verse 14. The body is from the earth, fragile, temporary, returnable. But the soul, that came from above. Then he fashioned him and breathed into him of his spirit. Surah As-Sajdah, Surah 32, verse 9. This divine breath is not just a spark of life, it is a reminder that within every human is something beyond nature, beyond logic, a reflection of the eternal. You are not just made of matter, you are made of meaning. Once the soul is clothed in flesh, it is cast into the world, not randomly, but for a reason. Indeed, we created man from a drop of mingled fluid to test him. So we made him hearing, seeing. Surah Al-Insan, Surah 76, verse 2. This world is not the soul's destination. It's the arena, a temporary stop in a much longer voyage. Here, the soul experiences pain and pleasure, doubt and faith, truth and illusion. It learns, it forgets, it remembers again. But the most dangerous illusion? That this world is home. It is. Every soul is placed between two forces, the lower self that pulls it down, and the divine light that calls it upward. By the soul and the one who fashioned it, then inspired it with its wickedness and its righteousness. Successful is the one who purifies it. Surah Ash-Shams, Surah 91, verses 7 to 9. This is the real jihad, not of the sword, but of the self. A war fought in silence, where every choice is a direction, toward the ego or toward Allah. And in this war, every soul is guided, not abandoned. And we are closer to him than his jugular vein. Surah Qaf, Surah 50, verse 16. Even when you drift, even when you forget, the connection is never fully lost. Then comes the moment everyone fears, death. But for the soul it is not an end, it is a release. Every soul shall taste death. Then to us you will be returned. Surah Al-Ankabut, Surah 29, verse 57. The body remains behind, buried, mourned. But the soul continues, awake, aware, conscious. For the righteous, the Quran speaks of ease and peace. O tranquil soul, return to your Lord, well pleased and pleasing. Enter among my servants, enter my paradise. Surah Al-Fajr, Surah 89, verse 27 to 30. For others, it is a moment of terror, the veil lifted, the truth undeniable. The soul finally sees what it was blind to all along. Between death and resurrection is a mysterious realm called Barzakh, the barrier. Behind them is a barrier until the day they are resurrected. Surah Al-Mu'minun, Surah 23, verse 100. Here, the soul awaits the final call. It remembers its life, it sees its deeds, but it can no longer act. Only hope, only regret, or only rejoice. This phase reminds us, what we do now echoes into the unseen. Then comes the Great Awakening, the day when the soul meets its reality, and the trumpet will be blown, and at once from the graves to their Lord they will hasten. Surah Yasin, Surah 36, verse 51. Everything is laid bare, the truth you ignored. the moments you wasted, the prayers you delayed, the hearts you hurt, and the ones you healed. That day, every soul will know what it has put forth. Surah An-Naba, Surah 78, verse 40. And the soul will either be clothed in light or in regret. The soul's journey ends, or rather begins again, forever. For some, Jannah is the reward. Not just gardens, but eternal nearness to the one it once knew from afar. They will have whatever they wish therein, and with us is more. Surah Kaf, Surah 50, verse 35. What is more? The scholars say, it is the vision of Allah, the soul seeing the source of its origin, face to face. But for others, whose lives were lived in heedlessness, indeed, the hellfire will be lying in wait, a destination for the transgressors. Surah An-Naba, Surah 78, verses 21 to 22. Yet even this is not out of cruelty. It is justice. It is consequence. It is the reality the soul carved for itself. So ask yourself, are you living as a body or as a soul? Because the journey is already happening, from clay to eternity. And every breath you take is a step closer to the end, or the beginning. This is not mythology. This is the Qur'anic map of your existence. So before you return, awaken. Remember who you are and who you belong to. If this awakened something in you, share it with someone you care about. Let's reconnect with the soul, together. Subscribe for more deep, faith-rooted reflections from Islamic Divine Paradox.